Hello and welcome to this lovely clash to end the round here. We've got the Raiders versus the Cowboys over in North Queensland. I'm here in the box with Sonny Tyre, and on the sideline we got Tyrone Clay. Sonny, what do you think of this matchup here?
Yeah, mate. I think we're going to be in for a good one. Obviously, the Raiders winless to start the season, 0-3, and they need to turn it around here tonight. It's not going to be an easy task against the North Queensland Cowboys, 2-1 on the season, only suffering their first loss last week against the Titans, and they're at home, so it's going to be a tough ask for Jordan Lewis, Tim James, Rahul Kaval, and all those boys there. But it's going to make for a great matchup with both sides a lot to play for, a lot on the line.
Yeah, absolutely, Sonny. And Tyrone, you're on the field now. How's the atmosphere down there?
You can just feel a sense of, you feel like the Cowboys, their fans are excited for this. Seeing that Raiders haven't won a game yet this season, they'll be very keen to see what their team can do.
Oh, and we got a big hit just to start us off here, just showing the mentality of the Cowboys. It's an absolute rib shatterer there. I'm not even sure who they put the shot on, but it was a bloody good shot. Now we got the Raiders, they're shifting it out. Third tackle, just getting up to the 30-meter line now. Pretty good run from Allen, getting those post-contact meters. We got Thompson out right to Barnes. Barnes to McQueen. McQueen's going to drive forward. They're just short of the 40. They might try and go for a 40-20 here. And they go to Lewis in the pocket. And that's not a bad kick from Jordan Lewis, the lock. It's just not going to have the angle or the distance. And Dingo, oh, you know how dangerous he is. Just gets taken down there. Very good tackle from the Raiders. And Sonny, what do the Raiders need to do here to get their first win? Oh, Jameson is... Oh, Daly, what's going on here? This is absolute madness. Sonny, what do the Raiders need to do here to get their first points of the season?
Well, Daly just pretty much answered that question for me, but yeah, the Raiders just need to focus on completing their sets. Mistakes have really cost them in their past 3 weeks. So yeah, it's a good start for them, but they need to capitalize off these opportunities, especially when they get into the opposition red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And just got Garcia running up to the 10-meter line. Fourth tackle now. Raiders are going to go left to Lewis. Lewis, quick ball to Daly. He's going to take a settler. 5 meters out. Raiders, this is a very good opportunity early in the game for them. Got Thompson, and he's just going to run it up into the defense. Oh, that's a shocker. Absolute let-off. And, man, Jordan Lewis, he would not be happy with that. Oh, we got Ford going straight through the line, straight away. The beginning of the set, that's that mentality that you want from your forwards. And Tyrone, how's the bench looking down there for the Raiders after that shocking end to the set?
Yeah, no, they weren't happy with that end to the set, the Raiders, but no, they haven't actually performed too badly to start this game. They'll be happy with how they've started. Just that end, though, unfortunate for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a bit disappointed from them. But it was a very good effort to get up there, and I'd like to see them try and keep that effort. And forward, straight through the line again. 2 line breaks in one set. Someone stop him. He's come back into the league after a bit of a hiatus. And he's come back better than ever. And we got Mark Iron now just driving it down to Demando. Demando, he's hard to contain. He's going to break one. He's gone through the line. Just barely taken down. That's a very close one. I think that's Morrison that's just taking him down. You can't outrun Morrison very well. He's very quick. Oh, and that's a big hit from, I think that's Ford again. He's just been doing it all so far this game. Sonny, man, how good is this North Queensland team right now?
Yeah, they're looking pretty staunch at the moment. Jordan Ford leading the way for the forwards, and he's looking to be the focal point through the middle there. But Xavier Demando with a great break there for the Raiders, and he's been one of their shining points throughout their season so far. Narrowly just missing Queensland selection, but with runs like that, you know, it's great to see why he was certainly up for contention. As we see Kobe Kelly on the wing there, but he's brought down a good cover tackle from the Raiders, and that's another danger man we need to watch out for, Kobe Kelly. He is just the ultimate X factor for any team that he plays for or against.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobe Kelly's just been one of the best wingers in the comp since he got brought up from the Blue Tongues in Season 5. And, man, he's just been too good. And forward, once again, someone needs to stop this man. Someone's got to check his bag after the game, see what he's got in there. He's just been an absolute madman. And Morrison straight through the line. Going, oh, he's going to get close to the line here. Just flipped on his back. Will Kay, the referee, he's going to say he's held up. Man, I thought he might have been in there, Jacob Morrison. But fifth tackle now. North Queensland. It's going to be Mark Iron. That's a bit deep of a kick. And, oh, that's a fumble. Deuce gets to it.
Oh,
Deuce, he scores a try. First try of the game off of an absolute shocker. I think that was Barnes that just let it slip straight through his grip there. And what have we just watched, Sonny?
oh, Lucas Deuce. Oh, it's gone through the
Gone
hands
to
of the
Flynn.
Raiders number 2.
Flynn, my
Wally
apologies
Flynn.
to Barnes. That was not
That's
Barnes.
that's a big mistake there, and he'll be spewing because not only has he turned the ball over, he's conceded the first points of the game to the Cowboys. But Lucas Deuce being called up for the Blues this series and showing why, he's just such an aerial threat, especially at that center position. His attacking game can just be deadly. So, yeah, not the start that the Raiders would have wanted, obviously, but they just need to reset or refocus, and Jordan Lewis just needs to get his team composed, sticking to the game plan to come back in this.
Yeah, absolutely. And Deuce, you don't see many centers that can get as involved as him. I think he's scored, 3 tries this season so far, maybe even 4. And he really just can't be stopped. He's been amazing in that center position. The only person I think might have competition with is maybe Cyrus Marks, but even then he has a stint on the wing at the second half of the game. We got Dingo trying to break the line as well. Tyrone, how are the North Queensland interchange bench looking after that try?
They were up and about after seeing the ball go straight through Demondo. Since they couldn't believe it at first, but once they saw Deuce score, they just went up in excitement. They'll be very happy with how they've played so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And Raymond, that's a stinker from him. Not known for his stinky kicks. Not like Sonny Tyre or Damien Moana. But
Hey, I think there's a new king in town with that crowd now. But I think if you watch that Warriors game, then
there's
yeah,
a
I'll
new
rest my
contender.
case.
A new contender, maybe. We got McQueen here, just driven back. It's a beautiful tackle from Mark Iron. Going on the short side now, Kowal to Garcia. Garcia gets the offload to Demando. Demando's going to drive forward. Fourth tackle now. Just 10 meters short of the line. They're going to put it inside for Daly. Daly is driving very close, but he's taken down eventually. It's fifth tackle now. Raiders, can they come up with something? It's going to be Lewis. Once again, he's taken the kicking license from everyone here. And it's going to be Barnes. Barnes, he's going to go there. He's driving to the line, but he's taken on his back. Oh, the tap back was on. Thought that he was about to score, but man, this defense from North Queensland has been impeccable. Sonny, how are you thinking at this? How are you thinking about this at the moment?
Yeah, the Cowboys' goal line defense, they're holding up, and if you're the Raiders, those sorts of opportunities, when they don't go your way, they can demoralize you. So it's important to just stay focused. But for the Cowboys, I think them just sticking to the way they're playing at the moment is working well for them. They've been winning the arm wrestle. But yeah, just need to get some better kicks off there, and hopefully Levi Raymond can brush off that last one.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Iron, he's going to kick here from outside the 40. Barnes, he gets to it. He's going to step one, but he's taken down very nicely there. Barnes is always dangerous when he gets the ball in those situations. We got McQueen straight through the line. McQueen, no one's in sight. Dingo wasn't set. He's going to keep on going. He's gone 10 meters out of 15 around that. Oh, geez, that's a very good run for McQueen. It's going to go right to Thompson. Over to Barnes now. Barnes is taken down. Man, North Queensland, I would be worried if I were them. It's not looking too good. Raiders, they really got to come up with something. Got McQueen just taking another hit up. Fourth tackle now. It's going left to Daly. Daly is just going to run it up. Try and crash over the line, but he's not going to get there. Last tackle now. It's going to be Tim James, the hooker. Taking it back to Thompson. That's a very good grubber, but oh, who's there? Jacob Morrison just picks it up. The grubber went straight to his feet, and he just takes it with ease. And now it's going to be Scott just running it up. That's a very good defensive set from the Cowboys. We've seen it so far this game, this opening 15 minutes. They've been very good. And Morrison just taking another hit up. Now we've got a pretty good defensive set from the Raiders now. And Sonny, What do Raiders need to try and fix in their game right now to get some points on the board?
They definitely need to have more support on those fit tackle options. And oh, that was a bit of a floater towards the sideline here, that pass. But yeah, it was a great break off the set from Lightning McQueen. But the Raiders, they really need to start capitalizing. They can't afford to let these chances go begging, especially inside the red zone. We know how good the Cowboys are. As we see Eli Barnes stepping one, he might be gone. Oh, he's brought down. Good tackle there from the Cowboys. And that's the sort of performance that they need from him to get them back in this game here, Muzz.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge tackle from Tim James. Barnes, not Tim James, sorry. It's from Scott. Oh, but we got Lewis straight through the line. Man, the captain just going straight through. No one can stop him. It's going to go to
Yeah,
Tim
he's trying to lead
James.
by example here. And as we see the Raiders inside the red zone, Jordan Lewis is just calling for that ball. He knows what he wants to do with it. So we'll see how this set turns out for him. Oh, that's just commentator's curse hits once again. Very unlucky for the Raiders.
That is a terrible end to their set. They were going so well, and Lewis would not be happy with that. He's just sitting on the tackle a little bit there as well, nearly giving away a penalty. It's going to be Morrison just running it up, taken back though. Very good tackle from the Raiders. Morrison just getting no meters at all there. They're going on the short side from Scott to Jay. Oh, Jay, he's hard to handle. They end up taking him down nicely though. Kind of wearing a backpack almost. But Scott, oh, what a hit. Straight through the line. And the offload to Monkey. Monkey's gone. Monkey's going to keep on running. Someone put him in the fullback jersey. Oh, my. He's just on a mission right now. These Cowboys forwards. And it's going to be Morrison. That's a beautiful short ball to him. He's driven on his back, though. Milkay wants to take it up to the bunker. He's going to say no try. And I think I agree with him. Yeah, the green dreadlocks, they're not getting a try right now. There we are, the red lights. Gonna be last tackle now. Over to Mark Iron. He puts the bomb up in the corner. Oh, the tap back's on, but oh, Dingo's handled very nicely there. That's a very good tackle from Luke Thompson. And man, how's the atmosphere looking down there, Tyrone?
It's a little bit nervy down here. The Cowboys fans would have thought that it would be much easier than it is, but Raiders are fighting back brilliantly to keep it only at 6-0 at the moment.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of passion to keep themselves in the game here. They've been really tested by this North Queensland forward pack. They've really been asking some questions of them, and they've done well not to let them over the line, though. Tim James just going right to McQueen, then Kowal. Kowal just driving forward. A very good run from him, making those post-contact meters. Fifth tackle now. It's me, Thompson, just driving it down to Kobe Kelly. We know how dangerous he is. You don't want him in open space, and he steps one. He's going to get away, Kobe, but he's just taken down. I think it's Luke Thompson that's taken him. Oh, man, that's always dangerous. And Jameson, no shuffle needed. He goes straight through the line, and the offload to Marshall. Taken down on the opposition 40. It's going to be Monkey playing it for Morrison. Morrison's gotten a very good amount of balls so far this game, but he hasn't been able to find open space. Mark Iron over to Marshall. Just coming off that interchange bench not long ago for the Cowboys. Morrison with it once again. It's going to be fifth tackle on the opposition 10-meter line for the Cowboys. Can the Raiders hold on once again? It's going to be Mark Iron. That's a beautiful grubber for Dingo, and he runs onto it. You can't stop him that close. That was beautiful work from Iron and Dingo. Oh, that's just a beautiful set play, and Sonny, you just love to see it, don't you?
Yeah, if you're a Cowboys fan, you definitely love to see it. Mark Iron, he's been having a great game under the ball so far with his kicks, and that one just executed straight to perfection. Just perfectly weighted for Dingo to just run onto it and put it down. And yeah, just making it look pretty easy there for the Raiders. It's still early in the game, plenty of footy left, but you don't want to start hitting those panic buttons at the moment because the Cowboys are just looking like they're slowly finding their rhythm. And it's going to be a tough performance for them to try and stop that impact that they can bring, especially through the middle. They've just been going right through the Raiders, so yeah, it's been a tough game so far, but the Cowboys take the lead 12-0 here in Townsville.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very good try and very good for the team as well. The Raiders, they did really well to not let them in besides the one time before that. But now the Cowboys are kind of just chipping out that defense and getting through there a little bit easier every time. And Clay, how does the audience feel about that one?
There's a sense of relief, I reckon, from the Cowboys fans getting that second try and the 12-0 lead for the Cowboys as well. So they're up on their feet. Hopefully Cowboys can pull off some more tricks out of their bag and put this lead out even further.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And the fans probably expected there to be a higher scoreline at the moment with how the Cowboys have gone compared to the Raiders. Raiders have put up a pretty good fight, but Raymond with the dummy and the offload is just playing with them at the moment. He's playing a bit of park footy maybe. He's been taking lessons from Sione Matus. And we got Morrison just driving it up here. Keeps on getting the ball, Morrison. They're really using him to try and just drive them down the field. And we got Monkey kicking as well. Over to Flynn. Flynn, he steps one, Flynn, but he runs straight into Dingo. Of course Dingo's there. He's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league. Just always there for his team and comes up with some very big plays in defense when he's needed. Man, Raiders, they've got a bit of work to do now. Working it out of their own half. And Barnes, he's always there, isn't he? Won multiple fullback of the season awards and just proving why he's so great. Just making his team those meters and getting them out of trouble. And it's going to be fourth tackle now for the Raiders. And it's a forward pass again. They're just shooting themselves in the foot right now. Sonny, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm questioning if we're seeing the same thing, and I think we are, Muzz, because, it's just another simple forward pass there from dummy half that just turns the ball over for the Raiders after looking so promising. As we see them come up with a big play now, and Jordan Lewis, the captain, the skipper, he wants to be all over the ball tonight, and he ends up with it. He gives the Raiders another chance at life here. So let's see if they can learn the mistakes of the previous sets and see if they can get over the line for the first time tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge play from the captain in Lewis, just getting that ball for his team when they need it. And Barnes straight through the line, 10 meters out now. It's going to be fourth tackle. Raiders, as long as they can not chuck it forward now, they might have a chance. It's going to be McQueen just running it up, not really doing anything there. Fifth tackle now. James over to Thompson. Thompson, he puts it up in the corner. But, Jay, he's too reliable under the high ball. They were never contesting it, really. And Cowboys, they get away with it again.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they just somehow, some way, find a way to get it done on their goal line, and they haven't leaked any points yet so far this game. Considering the amount of trips that the Raiders have had inside that red zone, it's very impressive to see how they hold up there. But the Raiders, you can just feel that they're getting close, but it's just a matter of, are they going to be able to find it? And I don't know what it is for them, because obviously it hasn't been points yet, so they need to dig deep and try and come up with something here when they get the ball back.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very good defensive set from the Raiders, only letting the Cowboys get to their own 40-meter line. You're going to have to kick it out of trouble now, and it's not the deepest kick either. Flynn, he's got a bit of space, but Kobe Kelly's there, ready, waiting to take him down. Flynn, if he had a little bit more footwork there, he might have gotten through, but Wally Allen straight through the line, making meters. The big second rower just doing a very good job there. Raiders are going to go right to McQueen, to Barnes, to Demando. Demando straight through the line. Here's one-to-one and Dingo. Dingo's going to take him down, though. Going to get a bit of help as well. Will K's going to say they're held up, moving back to the 10-meter line. Raiders now, they've got 3 tackles to work with. They were on their third tackle, sorry. Kowal, he's just going to hit it up straight in the middle. Give him a bit of options. Tim James, he goes left to Allen. Allen, he's going to drive forward, but he's on his back again. Once again, Will K just saying held up. Gonna go 10 meters out again. Fifth tackle, and that's a shocking pass to Thompson, and he obviously just can't do anything there. That was very disappointing from the Raiders.
Yeah, a bit of a lob pass there from Tim James, just floated too long, and they couldn't do anything with that ball there, and it's starting to get a bit, you can sense the frustration creeping in for the Raiders. So many trips on this side of the field, but they're just not able to finish it. And, against a team like the Cowboys, you need to make those opportunities count. 7 minutes or just over 7 minutes remaining in this first half. It'll be interesting to see if these teams will just try and wind out the clock, get into the sheds, because it looks like it's been a pretty tough physical game.
Oh, Mark
And
Iron, he's gone for a trick play here. Over to Deuce, kicking all the way across field to his own teammate. That's a bit, that's something different there. And Monkey's taken his kicking license now, and he's gonna be the kicker now. And Domeno, he steps one, and he's taken down though. Man, Tim James, he hasn't had the best game so far. And you'd think they'd be trying to play for everything he's got at the moment. Just trying to win that Blues number 9 jersey away from Mark Lee. But at the moment, he's had a bit of a forgettable performance. But Eli Barnes, he hasn't. Just breaking straight through the line. Man, it makes you wonder. This is the battle of the two New South Wales fullbacks. It's really between these two of who gets the nod for the fullback jersey for the Blues. And you'd think that the winner of this game might determine who gets that jersey as well, Sonny.
Yeah, form would definitely be a factor, and considering you've got a game like this with the battle of the fullbacks here, yeah, Will Kay and his staff will definitely be keeping an eye out on this one. But again, the Raiders fizzling out at the end. It's been the story of the half so far for them, and you can't fault the effort because they've definitely, made the effort to get to this side of the field so many times, and just for whatever reason, it's not working tonight. They're not clicking on the same page. The Cowboys, just been the better side so far, but not by much. You got to give a bit of raps there for the Raiders because they've been well in the fight.
Yeah, and Callum Murray just breaking straight through the line there on the 4th tackle. We might see another early kick from the Cowboys. They've been utilising it all night, and yes, they are. Mark Iron is going to go for the kick again. Blaine, he takes it, and he's going to run a bit as well. Mark Iron, his captain's telling him, no more trick plays, mate. Come on, put it away. Just kick it down the field. I'm sick of it going to Deuce, but he's not listening. He's doing whatever he wants. It's going to be inside to McQueen. McQueen, he's just going to take Monkey along for a ride here. 3rd tackle now. Raiders have a very good opportunity. They need to try and get something done at this point of time. If they waste another one, it might be just out of grasp for them to win. And Barnes, oh, he's going to get close, but he's just taken down by Mark Iron. 5th tackle now. The Raiders, they need something. And, oh, that is not something. That's Morrison. He's found Morrison. He's done a David Tiawa, and he's going to run away. But Barnes, that's amazing from Barnes to chase down Morrison. Amazing work from him. Oh, that's a huge play from Barnes there, and I thought that Morrison was away for all money.
Yeah, Eli Barnes, incredible stuff there, just never giving up on the play. And he chased down Morrison like a stray dog there. It was just a great run to see. But yeah, the Cowboys inside the half now with over a minute remaining. Lenny Phillips with a step now. He'll run it straight at the big number 1 there for the Raiders. This could be the dagger play for them right here. If the Cowboys can score, it's not going to be good for the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got another big chance for the Cowboys here. If they can get some points on the board, it's going to be very difficult for Canberra to have any sort of comeback. And it's going to be Monkey straight over the line. Just like that. The defense was paper thin. Monkey just strolls through the middle, untouched. No one was even thinking about tackling him. Maybe they saw his ugly mug and just ran away. But jeez, that was amazing from the Cowboys captain, just strolling over with ease. Look at that beauty and beautiful pass from Tom Jameson as well, just showing us why he's got his own move named after him. And man, Tyrone, how are they feeling on the bench now?
They are feeling very happy actually. They've kept the Raiders scoreless. They're going to be going up 18 now, you'd think. And they've been giving the fans actually behind the interchange have been giving some.
Welcome back to your second half here on SRL TV against the Cowboys versus the Raiders. And man, this has been a one-sided match so far. The Cowboys just having a near flawless first half if you just forget about those couple of kicks by Mark Iron. And the Raiders, they just haven't really been able to compete. They'll be very keen on trying to get back in this fight at the moment, because in the first half we just really didn't see anything from them, did we, Sonny?
Yeah, Riley. Look, the Raiders had their chances inside the red zone, but they just have not been able to get across the line. They haven't been able to crack this goal line defense of the Cowboys, and they haven't scored a single point in this game so far. Now, the Cowboys, when you look at plays
Oh,
like that, that's been the story, but it's a one-off there is a huge mistake there. Lucy Driscoll coming off the bench, making a big play there for the Raiders. But yeah, obviously the Raiders need to be the first ones to score. You know, they're probably feeling a bit down at the moment, but one try could change all that, change the momentum of the game. So we'll see how they play.
yeah, Lucy Driscoll just coming up with a big play there and just maybe showing why Lucy is the greatest impact player in this team. There's not too much competition, but here she is coming for another run as well. And Clay, was there anything that the captain said to their teammates and their players at halftime?
The for the Cowboys, firstly, Monkey's just simply said, keep playing how you're playing. You win the game, no matter what. And basically, Jordan Lewis just, I'd call it a mini spray. I'd almost say, just told him to get the heads out of their backsides and put up better performance.
Yeah, wise words from the veteran captain. Couldn't have said it better than I couldn't have said it better myself. Can't speak actually. I definitely couldn't have. And we got Morrison just running it up to the opposition 40 on the fourth tackle. Cowboys are just keeping that pressure on it. Oh, that's surely a knock on, but Saltney's come up with it. They're saying play on. Fifth tackle now. The Cowboys kind of just made a dog's breakfast of the end of that set, and it's going to be Flynn. He's running onto it. He's got some speed. He's going to get through the line. He's just taken down, though. Just barely by Raymond. And, oh, Dane Blaine trying for the Jameson shuffle, but I think the Cowboys, they can't be fooled by it. They've got the man himself on their team. You can't trick him there. Cheddar just taking it up to the halfway line. Third tackle now. Another Jameson shuffle from Tim James. He's been learning from the master. Tim James just takes it up to the 40. Over to Thompson. They're spreading it very far. McQueen just meeting the line there, meeting Morrison. It seems like they've been targeting him almost this game. Rossini taking the kicking duties here. He's coming at lock at halftime. And oh, Kobe Kelly. What's he done there? He's done a bit of a basketball play. Reached over his head to catch that. And just steps one, is taken down. It's very good from Kobe. It looked like he was about to go over the sideline. And man, Sonny, how's this game going so far?
Yeah, it was a great kick there from Rossini. He placed it, perfectly. And Kobe Kelly nearly, that could have been fatal. Deciding to let it bounce, but he, is just freakiness and athleticism got him to play there. But Jacob Morrison now getting the penalty for the Cowboys, and this one is going to frustrate the Raiders. You can see they're getting irritated now, and the Cowboys are looking to take advantage of that. So definitely a good start for them here in the second half.
Yeah, very good start, and that's a very easy let-off penalty. Just something that the Raiders really didn't need to do. They definitely didn't want to do it either, but Dingo straight through the line. He's so dangerous whenever he gets the ball. And Tyrone, how are we feeling down on the field?
There's a sense of enjoyment with the Cowboys so far, being up 18-0 and looking the better team by a mile. And Raiders sort of down and depleted, hoping that the team can spark something here.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. The Raiders, they just haven't been up to par, but we got fifth tackle here. It's going to be Mark Iron. That's a beautiful kick. And the offload to Monkey, if he just held on to it, that would have been a try for all money. But he decides to offload it. Monkey probably called for the ball, saying, "Hey mate, if anyone's scoring a try, it's going to be me." He doesn't share glory, Justin Monkey. It's either him or nothing. We got Cheddar. Oh, Cheddar just running it up here. As you all know, Muzbet number 2 is for either Scott or Cheddar to score a try. So this game is a big one for all my Muzbetters out there. So you're going to hope that either one of them can manage to get over the line here in this contest. We got Rossini just running it up. Third tackle. And man, I'm wondering if there are any Canberra fans still in the crowd. They might have already all left at halftime. I definitely understand it if they did. They haven't really given their fans much to see so far this game. We got Thompson kicking it down to Kobe Kelly. Of course he steps him. Kobe's just too good. They're able to stop him in the end, but does well to get those meters. Raymond just flirting with the touchline now, going on the short side. Cowboys gonna be Kobe again. Kobe straight through the line again. He's up against Barnes. Kobe, he's gonna keep on going. Barnes eventually gets him down. 15 meters out. The Cowboys, they just know where to go to get the ball through the line. It's just Kobe Kelly. He's just an absolute monster. Every time he touches the ball, he just can't be stopped. Raiders are got Cowboys short side. The steps one. Phillips, he's just taken down. That's a beautiful ankle tap there. It's going to be out to Jamison. Jamison, that's a beautiful kick, but Dingo is offside. That's a shocker. That could have easily been points to the Cowboys. But Dingo just can't get out of the way and gives away a penalty in the midst of it.
Yeah, Xavier Demando coming up with a clutch try-saving tackle there, the ankle tap that prevented the points from being scored. But yeah, Chaz Dingo, he knew he was offside. He had his hands up, tried not to interfere with the play, but the bounce of the ball just nicked him, and that lets the Raiders off the hook there, because that could have just been the game right then and there. But now we see Rossini trying to be active in the second half and play his part, get his side back in this game. Still just under half an hour left. Wally Allen with a good line break there. That's the sort of mentality they need to show the Raiders. They need to just stay in the fight and try and land that counter punch that could turn this one around for them.
It's a good set from the Raiders there. They're just going to run it up. That's a bad kick, though. Jamison gets to it. Jamison, he's running away. He's eventually taken by the ankle tap at the halfway line. The Cowboys, they're just unstoppable so far this game. And man, they've just been on fire, haven't they? Just not able to really be touched by the Raiders. And Scott, he's just going to run up with it now. Second tackle, or third. The Cowboys going left. Over to Morrison. Morrison, he's looked dangerous all night. He just hasn't really been able to find himself much space besides that one line break that he managed to get. And Caleb J just taken down there by Allen. It's a good tackle. It's going to be Jamison. Jamison with it. It's going to go to Mark Iron, the rebound, but the ref is saying it wasn't played at. And that's going to be a handover.
Yeah, maybe a bit of luck falling for the Raiders this time, as we see Harry Cheddar with another good line break. And he's been having a great game, a great stint off the bench for the Raiders. Hasn't been too many shining spots for them tonight, but he's certainly been one of them. As we see Lucy Driscoll now cut out ball to Riley Flynn. The Raiders, they're just trying to throw it around here now. It's looking like they've got nothing left to lose, so why not just try and make some magic happen? It might take a moment of brilliance from someone like Eli Barnes to just turn this game around for them. But the time is ticking and they need to try and sort that problem out right now.
Yeah, they definitely need to try something out, because it's getting late in the game now and they haven't really given us much to see, and they haven't really done much so far this game. Got 18 points put on them. They've done well to not concede so far this game. But Barnes, he's over straight away, just like that. As they're saying they need to do something. That's a beautiful kick, and of course it's Barnes, the veteran fullback, just able to run onto it. Beautiful kick, straight through the line. No one's able to catch him either. That's a beautiful team try from the Raiders.
Yeah, Eli Barnes, he can just turn the game around in the blink of an eye, and he's done that just there. It was a great kick there, but the run for him to just perfectly time it and get that bounce and, just run it all the way across the line. That's what we spoke about just before that play. And yeah, if anyone can get them out of this hole, it's Eli Barnes. We know how dangerous he is. This season, the Raiders have struggled, so he's been relied upon more defensively. And the attacking game hasn't really opened up for him as much as we'd like to see. But that's a perfect example of what can happen when you get him involved. And the Raiders finally, after 57 minutes, get their first points of the game, 18-6 in favour of the home side Cowboys.
Yeah, and you just think if the Raiders can get some momentum behind them, they can maybe try and mount a comeback here. Because they've just been really struggling, and maybe with a bit of momentum behind them, they can get over the line a couple times. Because this game, it's far from over. There's still a good chunk of time left on the scoreboard. And the Raiders, the deficit isn't insane to overcome either. So, man, it's a very good run from James. James, oh, but he just chucks it away, and Monkey's got it now. He's going to run it up as well. Tim James, he could have just tucked it under the arm and taken the hit, but just goes for the big play, and it doesn't pay off. Tyrone, how are they feeling down there in the Raiders bench? Oh, but never mind. Dingo might be making me cut you off, but Dingo, he goes straight over.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Dingo, he says, whatever you can do, I can do better. Hey, that's an amazing run by him, just breaking tackles, going straight through the line. And oh man, that is something to behold. One of the best fullbacks in the league in Dingo. Just unstoppable.
Yeah, he was just covered in grease there, wasn't he? No one could get grips around him, and yeah, maybe he took that Eli Barnes try a bit personal. Maybe he wanted to show or make his case for the #1 jersey in the blue side for this Thursday's Origin Game 1 in Auckland. But nonetheless, a great try from Dingo, shrugging off defenders and just having the rest of them dive at the ankles. Pretty symbolic play of just how good he really is. So yeah, for the Raiders, obviously, you don't want to call it early, you don't want to wave the white flag, but it's going to be just much more tougher now for them to get out of this hole.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the Dingo and Barnes, they'll be teammates soon, but at the moment they're enemies, and they're definitely playing like it. Just these amazing fullbacks that are on show here just absolutely got it out for each other's teams. We got Morrison just hitting it up once again. Morrison, you'd like to see him try and find a gap in the line or something like that. He's just been running it up straight into the defenders so far this game, and he hasn't really been able to get much going for himself. We got Jameson going to Iron, and that's a shocker from Iron. He's had a few iffy moments so far this game, and he's just given the Raiders some good opportunity to try and fight back here. And Allen, he's stepped one. He's gone 10 meters out. That's a very good run from him. The Raiders, they can mount another comeback here. I'd be very impressed. They're 5 meters out now. Going left. Left, that's a beautiful pass to Lewis. He's taken down easily though. Tim James, he has options on the right and the left. He's going to go the crash play to Garcia.
Oh.
Garcia's straight over just like that, untouched. The Cowboys forwards have just came off. There's fresh players just unable to get to Garcia. Just running straight through. How easy is that? It doesn't get much easier.
Yeah, perfectly placed there. A good cutout ball from Tim James, and that gets the Raiders back on the board with another try there, courtesy of Jaden Garcia. The Raiders are showing good heart in this fight. You know, they haven't given up, and to strike back off the back of another Mark Iron mistake, you know, as a fellow 5'8", I tip my hat off to him because I know how tough playing that jersey can be. But it's probably not something that the Cowboys were expecting heading into the season. Obviously, Jack Carl being the captain and being the number 6 for the Cowboys just before the season was meant to start, it's forced them to make that new call up for Mark Iron. So, you know, despite his game tonight, the Cowboys as a team, they've been getting it done. And yeah, the Raiders, they need to try and you know, hope they can replicate the magic that they've shown in the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. The Raiders, they just need to try and get something going for themselves. They've once again got some momentum behind them, and if they can capitalize on this, they'd be in a very good position to mount a comeback. They've still got some decent time left on the scoreboard. So we'll see if they can do something. Barnes, he goes straight through the line. He's met by Dingo. And Dingo takes him down nicely. Raiders, they're going to go right now. Blaine to Rossini. Rossini's just going to run it up. 5th tackle. You'd think that they'd want to be a bit more expansive. They don't have that much time back for them. It's going to be Thompson just putting a little dab in there. It's a bit off the side of the boot there. Duhusey comes up with it. And Tyrone, how are the Raiders feeling on the bench?
They'd be feeling better after seeing Garcia crash over, but they're definitely... Raiders still definitely aren't out of the woods yet. They'll be hoping for another try sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Cowboys just getting very expansive with the footy. Just chucking it around everywhere. And oh, that's a bit of a Jameson shuffle there. And then the pass to Raymond. Raymond, it was a bit of a hospital pass. He wasn't able to get rid of it. And we got Scott kicking it now. He's just come on at lock for Monkey. Monkey's gotten a well-deserved break, and Flynn, he nearly runs through a line. 35 meters out. It's going to be Driscoll to Garcia. Garcia, the try scorer, just running it up. It's come back on to prop after taking a little break in the middle of the game. Got McQueen. That's a very odd pass, going back about 10 meters there. Tim James once again going the Jameson shuffle, trying to compete with the master here against Tom Jameson himself. It's going to be Allen to McQueen to Garcia. Just driven back there. Very strong tackle from the Cowboys. Raiders' fifth tackle. You'd think that they'd want to try and get a bit closer to the line here. They just can't do it. McQueen, he finds the turf. Oh, he might have done a bit too big of a kick, and it goes dead in goal. Oh, that's some very good patience from Caleb J. I did not think that was going to go dead there. But, oh, Callum Murray, the fish, is gone straight through the line. The fish, as Tim James would say. I think I heard him on the mic just saying, oh, the fish is coming. Devon now, just going to run it up. Jameson going right to Raymond. Inside ball to Dingo. Dingo's up against Barnes. That's an amazing offload. One-handed to Jameson. It's going to be Raymond to Iron to Morrison. Morrison just hits it up. 30 meters out now. Going to Iron. Inside ball to Scott. Scott, he's been involved since coming back on the field. Callum Murray now taking it up. It's going to end the set. 13 meters out. Can the Cowboys just put a nail in the coffin here for the Raiders? It's going to go up to Flynn. Oh, but Deuce is going to get it. He wanted another one, but he's taken down nicely by Driscoll. And, man, Deuce, he doesn't get too many tries playing at center, but, man, with how he's been playing so far this year, I had faith. And he definitely had faith in himself too, but there's a beautiful tackle at the end there. And Flynn, oh, just taken down very nicely by Kobe Kelly. And Sonny, do you think that the Raiders have what it takes to make a comeback here?
Based off what we've seen in the 70 minutes, I mean, that play right there, I think Jordan Lewis might have heard you, was, look, I won't rule them out. There's 12 points here. The second half, they've been a lot better. We've seen them make their opportunities inside the red zone. It's just the finishing that they've struggled with. So, 9 minutes left. You never know what could happen in the SRL. We could see Eli Barnes go for 2 coast-to-coast tries, or who knows. Stay from the Cowboys could give them another chance here, but it's going to be tough. The Cowboys probably showing to be one of the toughest teams in the SRL this season, and very stacked lineup when you look right across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know with the SRL. Anything can happen, really. They've got 8 minutes left, the Raiders, to get 2 tries, so it's not going to be easy for them. But if they want something to happen, they're going to have to do it now. Raymond running it up, 40 meters out from his own in goal. 4th tackle now. They might go for another early kick. It's corner Jake Scott. They don't trust Mark Iron. Jake Scott, that's a big kick. He's got a big boot on him. He might be auditioning to play in the halves. And Eli Barnes, he breaks the line, trying to make something happen for his team. He's taken down once again by Dingo. This battle between the 2 fullbacks has been amazing this game. McQueen, he's just been meeting the line all game. He's had a bit of a fire in his eyes. He's trying to get something going for his team. Kowal just hitting it up there. Cowboys defense, they're just holding on here. Inside ball to Barnes, but he's taken down very nicely by Ford. Ford has come back on the field. It's going to be Blaine. Oh, Blaine steaming onto that ball. Very hard to stop, but he's taken down. It's going to be Tim James dishing it out to Cheddar. Cheddar kicking as well. It's going to be Jay. Jay's got a bit of space. He's got a bit of space, but he's taken down by Barnes. It's a very good tackle from Barnes, and the Raiders, it seems like their time is just running out here. They don't have enough time to make this comeback now. They just need to get the ball back, really. We got Morrison just hitting it up as well. These Cowboys, they're not dying yet. And Tim James, that's a huge play from Tim. Comes up with the ball, just reaches out and grabs it. And man, Sonny, can the Raiders get some points here?
Oh, well, for their sake, I hope they can. Eli Barnes is certainly trying to make that happen. He's just got to beat Dingo. He gets one off, but Dingo's there to get the reinforcement tackle on him. Oh, geez, Riley, in the blink of an eye, this one has turned the Raiders. They need to score here. Let's see if they can make it count here. Let's see if they can cross that line.
Absolutely, this is do or die for the Raiders now. They have to score. It's fifth tackle. They've wasted their tackles. Who are they going to go to? They got Luke Thompson in the pocket. He's there. He's got the grubber. And he's got Lewis, the captain. He's gotten over. That's a beautiful job from Jordan Lewis. He's gotten his team back on the board here. And back with just a little bit of a chance. And man, how about that? Jameson is that close. He just couldn't get his hands to it before Jordan Lewis did. And Dingo just wasn't set for that at all. Was not expecting that kick. And Sonny, they're back in it.
They are back. You know, you would have been forgiven for thinking that this game was done and dusted when the Cowboys were up 24-6. Just over 50 minutes played in this game. But they're showing that fighting spirit, and that's what makes Canberra so special, is they're a team that will just go right till the end. And we've seen it in games like against the Bulldogs when, you know, they were losing heavily, but they refused to give up. They played right till the final whistle. Jordan Lewis showing great awareness to get back on side and then run onto that ball, beating Chaz Dingo for the try. Less than, or just over 2 minutes remaining in this game. It's only 6 points. If they can give it to Eli and get him to run it the length of the field, or even Demando for that matter, who knows how this could end up, but this is going to be a close one, a tight finish here. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim James fielding it, just dishing it out to Garcia. Tim, this is one of the big moments of his career now. If he can get his team out of this slump that they're in, just not scored a point at all, a competition point at all. They've just very much struggled to start this season off, and they've got just over a minute and a half now. The Raiders, they need something special. And Eli Barnes, he tries to do something, but he just can't get through the line. They might do 40-20.
Could they go for the 40-20?
It might be their only chance, but oh no, they haven't. They've butchered it. They've made an absolute meal of it. The Raiders. Jordan Lewis will be absolutely livid with that play. That is a shocker. And Tyrone, how are the fans feeling? How are the Raiders fans feeling after seeing that?
Oh, they'd be very disappointed with that. Obviously, nearly making the comeback, actually, and oh no.
They've just put the nail in their own coffin. Raymond is not taking any chances, and that'll be the game. North Queensland just putting that extra 2 points on the board to make it impossible for the Raiders. And man, any hope that they had once is now gone. That is devastating for the Raiders.
Yeah, this is going to be one that haunts them. Frustration at the end there, obviously. There's no other explanation for that penalty being given away. You could just tell that they were very dirty about how that all unfolded. They had a chance to make something happen here, and they've just gone ahead and made it the worst thing that could have happened to them. So, unfortunately for the Raiders, it's going to be their first ever 0-4 start to a season, and it's going to be a lot of questions being asked around their club and in their sheds about leadership, about the roster, and how they can turn this thing around. But take nothing away from the Cowboys. They're clearly showing why they are one of the top teams in the SRL. They come away with this one into the season now, 3-1 after round 4. That'll get them inside the 8. But yeah, it was just a great performance from them. Letting the foot off the pedal towards the end there, but they get the job done, and I'm sure Justin Monkey won't be complaining with the outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look at the stats here, and it just tells a tale, doesn't it? That the penalties and errors just heavily in the favor of the Cowboys, just showing why they had so much fortune in this game. And I'm surprised at the possession. It's even, and the completions are almost exactly the same as well. It kind of just shows that the Raiders had their opportunities, but they just couldn't make it happen in the first half. And yeah, it really just tells same amount of line breaks almost as well, but the Cowboys actually had more missed tackles. It's a bit of an anomaly of a game, Sonny. Just the penalties and the errors really seems to be what has done it for the Raiders and maybe what stopped them from winning this game.
Yeah, that's it, Riley. It was really they made themselves so many good opportunities inside the red zone. It was just they were unable to finish it. Coming away with 0 points in that first half, and that sort of just gave them too much of a back foot to try and get back on level terms and try and take this game, steal it on the road. But you know there were plenty of good signs there. You just can't help but think they're one or two adjustments away from playing that Raiders footy that we know they can play. But yeah, the Cowboys just making it all count. And Tyrone, what were your thoughts on that game tonight?
It was two momentums. Cowboys had all the momentum in the first half and most of the start of the game, and then Raiders seemed to chip their way back into the game. But unfortunately, as they were doing all night, the Raiders shooting themselves in the foot, giving away that penalty with not long left to go in the game.
Yeah, and I gotta say unlucky to all the people who put on Musbet 2 for Jake Scott or Harry Cheddar to score because that has not gotten up. And it's been a bit of a bleak week for the Musbetters, hasn't it, Sonny?
Yeah, yeah. If you've bet on options 2 and 3, you'll definitely be devastated. So yeah, not a good week for the punters, but great games on display here as we take a look at the SRL TV stats. And we'll start with the home side, Cowboys. Tyrone, I'll let you break down these stats.
Well, just obviously Jameson, Morrison up the top there as well. And even though Dingo scored the double, he only ran for 128 meters, so he was kept quiet in portions, but still electric.
Yeah, it's a bit unlike him to only run such a small amount of meters. And you saw Morrison, he got so many meters in that game, just always had his hands on the ball. Jack Scott had a very good game as well. Same goes for Monkey with it, trying to try assist and made some good meters. And Mark Iron, he's had a bit of a mixed bag as well, I guess you could say. A few errors, a few poor kicks, and 2 try assists. So, I mean, it's hard to say how he went this game, but man, it was definitely a mixed bag for him as we go and look at the Raiders stats here. And Eli Barnes, wow, that's a lot of run meters for him and a few line breaks to go with it, along with his try as well. And a few of these Raiders got quite a few meters. Just shows the effort that came with this team in this game.
Yeah, and Lightning McQueen getting over 200 meters. Well done to the Raiders halfback there. Eli Barnes, shining point for the Raiders tonight. You can't help but feel sorry for him and the Raiders because they're a talented side, but the results haven't been going their way. Jordan Lewis had a great game as well, over 120, but he was involved, with that try and in and around the play. Yeah, but it's back to the drawing board for the Raiders. They're winless to start this season, so it'll be interesting to see with the trade window coming up soon, what their plans will be and how they're going to approach this point of the season. Are they going to try and turn it around with new talent, or are they just going to continue to adjust and work on their squad that they have now? For the Cowboys, they'll be loving it, in the top 8, 3-1. They've got a bit of breathing space now from the bottom of the comp. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see how these two sides will go about their season after round 4.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll do us for this week. Hope they enjoyed your week of Simulation Rugby League, and this has been Muzz Rothfield, Sunny Ty, and Tyrone Clay signing off for the week.